So my very first tiger sighting happened in Corbett, and it was a live hunt from start to finish. My very first tiger sighting was a tiger chasing a deer fawn, catching the deer fawn, and then taking away the deer fawn in her mouth. So I'm watching the tiger and I'm seeing the big paw come out slowly, slowly, slowly. It's trying to stop. And then I saw the full size of the tiger and I was like, oh my god, it's even bigger than I thought. There was a tigress in Panna who had 3 cubs. And वो sighting काफ़ी अच्छी दे रहे थे. So they were being seen regularly. Suddenly one of the cubs went missing. The reason Machli was very famous is because of that video of her killing the crocodile. It was quite an amazing thing to see.
The tiger killed the crocodile.
हेलो दोस्तों, नमस्कार। वेलकम बैक टू इलाही ट्रैवल्स पॉडकास्ट। मेरा नाम है मोहित और आज मैं और इलाही ट्रैवल्स की पूरी टीम बहुत खुश है बिकॉज आज फाइनली हम लोग एक नई सीरीज़ के साथ में आ रहे हैं। इट्स अ वाइल्ड लाइफ सीरीज़ जिसका नाम है दी जंगल डायरी। इस सीरीज़ में हमारी कोशिश होगी वाइल्ड लाइफ के कुछ ऐसे टॉपिक्स पे बात करने की या उन्हें जानने की जिस पे अमूमन हमारा ध्यान नहीं जाता। ऐसे ही एक गेस्ट हैं हमारे आज के वाइल्ड लाइफ एक्सपर्ट मिस्टर शशांक बिरला, जो एक नेचुरलिस्ट होने के साथ साथ वाइल्ड लाइफ फिल्म मेकर एंड एक एंटरप्रेन्योर भी हैं। आज उनसे बात करते हुए आई रियलाइज कि 1 या 2 घंटे बहुत कम हैं टू समराइज हिज ईयर ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस एंड एक्सपर्टीज इन जस्ट 1 एपिसोड। इस एपिसोड में आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं जंगल और जंगल से जुड़ी कुछ रोमांचक कहानियाँ, बाघ और उसके कुछ क्लोज एनकाउंटर्स, एंड कोशिश करेंगे जंगल के वासियों को थोड़े से और अच्छे से जानने की। So without further ado, let's start today's episode with none other than Shashank Birla. मतलब अगर मैं बात करूँ, मैं आपका जब वेबसाइट भी चेक कर रहा था तो उसमें आई रेड कि यू हैव बीन कनेक्टेड टू वाइल्ड लाइफ सिंस चाइल्डहुड। हाउ इज दैट? व्हाट्स द स्टोरी बिहाइंड?
Right. As I often tell people, that when they come on the tour for the first time, हम introduction करते हैं. So as long as I have memories, for as long as I can remember, जहाँ तक मेरे को earliest भी याद है, I've been fascinated with wildlife. My initial interest actually started not specifically with the animals and wildlife in India that we know, but with dinosaurs actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my first and initial fascination was with dinosaurs. जब जुरासिक पार्क भी आई थी थिएटर, तो आई सॉ इट मल्टीपल टाइम्स इन द थिएटर एंड आई हैड एन अंकल who was very kind. He got me a lot of encyclopedias on dinosaurs as well, so I was very fascinated with it from a very early age. Gradually he got me encyclopedias of different other wildlife as well. So more and more उस चीज़ में इंटरेस्ट बढ़ते गया, and that was the golden age, or you can say, one of the best times when TV पे you had Animal Planet, National Geographic, Discovery Channel,
Right.
all of these wonderful documentaries that were coming, and for the very first time you had started seeing Indian wildlife also on some of these documentaries. So I was absolutely fascinated with the documentaries that they were showing. Your Steve Irwins, Austin Stevens, this was, a lot of people kind of drew closer to wildlife at that point of time because of these personalities. So बहुत इंटरेस्ट तभी ही आ गया था. एंड हम क्या करते थे दैट वंस इन अ ईयर वी वुड गो ऑन अ फैमिली हॉलीडे कहीं ना कहीं समवेयर इन इंडिया. तो माई फैमिली वुड फिगर आउट कि ठीक है, लेट्स गो टू केरला. तो फॉर एग्जांपल कोचीन आप जा रहे हो या मुन्नार जा रहे हो, तो वहाँ का प्लान करते थे. वी वुड टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम द फैमिली ट्रैवल एजेंट की ठीक है हमें यहाँ पे जाना है. एंड देन माई फादर वुड टेल मी कि शशांक, यू डू वन थिंग, यहाँ पे हम लोग जा रहे हैं, यू ऑल्सो फाइंड द नियरेस्ट जंगल, वी कैन ऑल्सो स्पेंड 1 or 2 nights देयर एज वेल, बिकॉज उनको पता था मुझे उस चीज़ में इंटरेस्ट था.
Okay.
So my trip planning and sort of research started from that age. I mean, we are talking about close to say 7 years of age or so. सो तभी ही मेरा उस चीज़ में इंटरेस्ट आ गया था. नाउ एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम द इंटरनेट हैड अ लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट अ लॉट ऑफ दीज डेस्टिनेशंस. सो आई हैड टू मोस्टली रियलाइज ऑन बुक्स एंड पब्लिकेशंस. तो मेरी जो मैगजीन्स थी, सैंक्चुरी एशिया वाइल्ड लाइफ मैगजीन थी, I got a lot of guide books on different national parks, different states. कहीं ना कहीं से थोड़ा उसके बारे में पढ़ के कहीं ना कहीं से फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट का नंबर एक मिलता था कि सर इज़ द स्पेस एट द फॉरेस्ट रेस्ट हाउस दैट वी कैन स्टे देयर. तो बोलते थे कि ठीक है इस डेट पे अवेलेबल है, आप डिमांड ड्राफ्ट भेजिए. लेटर से हम फैक्स करते थे कि वी कैन गो एंड स्टे देयर. सो वेरी डिफरेंट टाइम इन टर्म्स ऑफ.
आई थिंक उस समय वो येलो बुक आती थी विद ऑल द नंबर्स एंड एवरीथिंग.
मेरे पास गाइड बुक्स थे. तो वो गाइड बुक्स में अलग टाइगर रिजर्व्स के फील्ड डायरेक्टर के नंबर्स, चीफ
अच्छा,
कंजर्वेटर
okay.
ऑफ फॉरेस्ट के नंबर्स थे. सो आई कुड कॉल अप देयर office and I could make that particular request. Most of the communication at that point of time used to happen through fax for the forest department. तो हम fax letters भेजते थे. So very different time, but तभी से मेरी sort of you can say trip planning चालू हो गई थी to many of these destinations. तो once in a year जाता था to many of these jungles, and as most people will kind of experience this, अगर आप properly safari experience karo, like you go with an open mind and you explore the forest, you feel the forest, you see different wildlife. I think there's no way somebody cannot fall in love with being on safari.
100%.
So yeah, that's how it kind of began for me.
And which was your first safari? Do you recall? Can you recall it?
The very first safari is something I cannot recall because it was
Okay.
when I was 3. So I cannot recall it. It was in
Definitely.
Bandhavgarh. And I do recall my parents of course tell me कि हम elephant के back पे गए थे and we had seen a tiger as well, but I have no memory of that. My first memory of safari is when I had gone to the Corbett National Park. तो वो मुझे बहुत clearly याद है. This would have been say around when I was 5 years old, and I still remember it was dark outside, it was very very cold, it was winter, so बहुत ठंडी लग रही थी, अंधेरा था. एंड जैसे ही हम जंगल के अंदर घुसे थोड़ी सी लाइट आ रही थी, रिवर बेड था, वहाँ पे ड्यू थी, सो इट वाज वेरी मॉइस्ट एंड यू कुड सी अ फ्रेश टाइगर पगमार्क ऑन दैट. सो वो सब मेमोरीज बहुत क्लियर हैं. और टर्न करा तो फिर ग्रासलैंड के ऊपर मिस्ट थी, सनलाइट थी, और आपको चीतल के जो एंटलर्स थे वो ग्रास में मूव करते हुए दिख रहे थे. सो दीज मेमोरीज आर वेरी विविड एंड वेरी क्लियर फ्रॉम माई वेरी फर्स्ट सफारी.
Did you get to see the tiger?
No, I didn't. That is also a very interesting story. In terms of, it's going to almost sound surprising, especially considering the field I'm in now. But from the age of 5 till the age of 14, for almost 9 years, I did not see a tiger.
Okay.
Yeah, for 9 years I did not see a tiger, and मैं sometimes when I narrate that story कि I did not see a tiger for 9 years. Obviously believe नहीं होता है because now तो अभी हर महीने जा रहा हूँ, हर महीने almost seeing them, but it was a very different time. I was still learning as to how कैसे wildlife देखते हैं. Most of my visits were to Corbett at that point of time. But somehow or the other, अब कहते हैं there's a lot of things which we can't really explain in the world, but my very first tiger sighting which happened after 9 years was a sighting perhaps which people will never see in their lifetime.
Wow,
So my very first tiger sighting happened in Corbett, and it was a live hunt from start to finish. My very first tiger sighting was a tiger chasing a deer fawn, catching the deer fawn and then taking away the deer fawn in her mouth.
Is this the same one जिसकी आपने वीडियो डाली है?
नहीं वो अलग है, वो तो अभी
अच्छा,
रिसेंटली
okay,
हुआ था.
okay.
बट दिस इज़ व्हेन आई वाज मच यंगर, व्हेन आई वाज अराउंड 14. दैट वाज माय वेरी फर्स्ट टाइगर साइटिंग. सो आई मीन इट ऑलमोस्ट साउंड्स फंटास्टिकल कि ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है कि आपने इतने सालों तक टाइगर नहीं देखा, और जब आपने पहली बार देखा तो उसको ऐसे देखा. अब कॉल इट द यूनिवर्स कंस्पायरिंग या जो भी है, बट आई मीन दैट वाज अ वेरी पावरफुल सॉर्ट ऑफ मोमेंट फॉर मी टू थिंक दैट दिस एनिमल विच वाज अ मिथ ऑलमोस्ट कि पगमार्क्स दिखते हैं, उसको कभी देख नहीं पाता, टू सडनली सीइंग इट लाइक hunting and killing and the circle of life and death in the jungle. It was a very powerful moment for me. And yeah, uske baad of course thankfully immediately after that tiger sighting started for me. And touchwood it's been good since.
Nice. And ये जो आपने first time tiger देखा था, it was in Jim Corbett only, right?
It was in Corbett.
In which zone?
It was in Bijrani.
Oh, okay. I have visited Jirna अभी recently. So वहाँ पे again नहीं देख पाए हम लोग tiger, but ठीक है. So when you saw the tiger after 9 years for the first time, How was the feeling?
So the first time I saw the tiger, again मैं आपको story, this is a story I often narrate to people who have come
Definitely,
on
I'd
the
love
program.
it.
Yeah. So the story goes that हम अपनी we had reached the government forest rest house वहाँ पर जो बिजरानी में है. We had reached a little late in the morning, तो हमने check in कर लिया था, lunch कर लिया था, and then we were departing for our evening safari. तो आई हैड माई यूजुअल ड्राइवर एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. एक ही इज़ ऑफ कोर्स नो मोर नाउ, बट ही वॉज वेरी ओल्ड इवन एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, अकिल जी. तो आई वेंट विथ हिम ऑन सफारी एंड ही वॉज माई यूजुअल गाय वेन एवर आई यूज टू गो. तो हम लोग गए, मैं अपने फैमिली के साथ था. तो हम जा रहे थे, तो वी कुड सी दैट देयर इज़ अ जीप कमिंग इन फ्रॉम द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. तो द जीप कमिंग इन फ्रॉम द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन स्टॉप बाय एंड टोल्ड अस कि आगे से काकड़ की आवाज़ आ रही है. काकड़ इज़ अ बार्किंग डियर बेसिकली. तो नाउ इफ़ यू गो टू कॉर्बेट यू विल सी दैट डिफरेंट एज फर्स्टली हम जब एनिमल्स या प्रेडेटर्स को ट्रैक करते हैं वी रिलाई ऑन अलार्म कॉल्स, अ सर्टेन टाइप ऑफ साउंड दैट हर्बीवोर्स मेक टू इंडिकेट दैट अ प्रेडेटर कुड बी क्लोज बाय. नाउ अ बार्किंग डियर इज़ अ सॉलिटरी स्पीशीज़ ऑफ डियर. वो ज़्यादातर या तो अकेले में रहता है या तो पेयर्स में रहते हैं. सो specifically in corbett I will say this is regarded as further is that typically जब काकड़ या barking deer अलार्म कॉल देता है उसकी कॉल को इतना क्रेडेंस नहीं दिया जाता है बिकॉज वो अकेला रहता है, सो इसलिए जल्दी डर जाता है बेसिकली. सो नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ फेथ इज प्लेस्ड इन barking deer's alarm call. So for whatever reason the jeep passed us by and our driver said कि no worries sir, हम चेक करके आ जाते हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तो वी वेंट. हम लोग जैसे ही वो जगह पहुँचे, राइट में जंगल था और हमारे लेफ़्ट में हिल साइड था विथ वेरी डेंस बुशेस. एंड ये जो कॉल आ रहा था ये हिल के ऊपर से आ रहा था टू माई लेफ़्ट. तो वी रीच देयर, इट वॉज़ वेरी लाउड. अगर आप barking deer की कॉल को पास से सुनेंगे यू विल रियलाइज हाउ लाउड इट इज़. इट्स लाइक अ डॉग्स बार्क बट वेरी वेरी लाउड. तो इट वॉज़ वेरी क्लोज एंड वी कुड हियर इट वेरी लाउडली. सो हम लोग रुके और हम स्कैन कर रहे थे. आई हैड माई बाइनोक्यूलर्स, द ड्राइवर हैड हिज बाइनोक्यूलर्स एंड हम लोग स्कैन कर रहे थे. 2 minutes later the driver said tiger है. Now I don't know whether you can kind of place myself in your shoes or in my shoes rather, that मैं 9 साल तक सफारी जा रहा था, every year जा रहा था. So someone saying that tiger दिख रहा है sounds very surreal. ना, नहीं हो सकता है, इतना टाइम हो गया, नहीं हो सकता है कि टाइगर हो वहाँ पे. But for you know he said okay दिखा रहे हैं. तो I looked in the place he was saying, उस branch के नीचे, उस leaf के नीचे. I looked in the binoculars और मुझे stripes दिखे उसके tiger के. So my very first reaction was again very counterintuitive to you, what you might think, is that I felt it was very small. मेरे को लगा बहुत छोटा था. तो बिकॉज मुझे लगा, मैंने डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज वगैरह में देखा है, मैंने को लगा था थोड़ा सा बड़ा रहेगा. तो मुझे समझ नहीं आया पहले. तो मैं देख रहा था उसको. 5 मिनट लेटर मुझे ड्राइवर बताते हैं सर ये हंट कर रही है. सो दैट्स व्हेन आई रियलाइज दैट बिकॉज वो जो बॉडी का पार्ट मुझे दिख रहा था उसके पास से ही मुझे पॉ दिखा उसका, ऐसे स्लाइटली रेस करते हुए, पुटिंग इट डाउन बेसिकली. So and then I realized that the paw was much bigger than the body, which means I realized only later that the tiger was flattened to the ground. So
आपको बस थोड़ा सा पार्ट दिख रहा था.
हाँ, बस थोड़ा सा पार्ट मुझे दिख रहा था. तो and it was crouched flat to the ground and it was stalking because रास्ते पर there was a spotted deer mother and a fawn baby था. So it was stalking that. So I'm watching the tiger and I'm seeing the big paw come out slowly. It's trying to stalk, and then suddenly it came charging out. And then I saw the full size of the tiger and I was like, oh my god, it's even bigger than I thought. जो मैंने सोच रखा था. तो वो भाग के नीचे आया. The mother ran in one direction, the fawn ran in one direction. The tiger came literally down onto the track, swerved, changed direction midway, and then chased the fawn. The fawn ran up to the hill towards the bushes. The tigress went after it as well. There was a lot of bush shaking, and after 2 minutes later, the tigress came out with the fawn in her mouth. So that was my very first tiger sighting. So it was a fairly memorable moment, you can say.
Damn. Do you think tiger sighting is a mere chance of luck, और क्या ये मैटर करता है कि आप किन लोगों के साथ जाते हो, और अगर आप एक्सपीरियंस लोगों के साथ जाते हो तो वो आपके चांसेस बढ़ा देता है टाइगर साइटिंग के?
Right. So I believe luck is one of the parameters that is involved in your, chances to see a tiger. It's not the only parameter. Uh, Sighting, if you ask me, there are a number of different factors that lead to a sighting. One is your decision to do a safari. Firstly, the most important thing you can do is give yourself the opportunity to be in the jungle on safari as much as possible. So what does that mean? Equivalent to जो हम समझेंगे, do as many safaris as you can. Do safaris as long as you can. Because the first thing is आप अपने आप को वो time दो. सबसे पहले. उसके बाद come other factors. For example, what we do right now is we study the movement of tigers in different areas, different zones. कौन सा टाइगर दिख रहा है, किस एरिया में मूव कर रहा है. सो वी कीप अ ट्रैक. वी आर कॉन्स्टेंटली इन टच विथ आवर पार्टनर ड्राइवर्स एंड गाइड्स, एंड हम उनसे पता करते हैं कि कहाँ कहाँ मूवमेंट हो रहा है. उसके बेसिस पे वी सिलेक्ट द एरियाज where we have to go on safari, because almost in most parks you will see zones होते हैं
Right.
where you can go for safari. So we try and select those particular zones and areas जहाँ पे हमें we believe that there are good chances to see. So वो हो गया आपका second parameter. Third parameter is that, like you rightly said, going with the right driver and guide combination also is extremely important. Apart from experience, I also think it's about the attitude. That means आपके पास एक go getter attitude भी होना चाहिए, that आपको कोशिश करती रहनी है, and you should never give up basically. Also what I believe that the experience जो लाते हैं is very very valuable, especially in knowing and anticipating movement. For example, tigers as a species basically उनकी एक territory रहती है. Now within a specific territory they tend to use similar paths.
Okay.
In order to patrol their territory. So this is हम Jim Corbett की books वगैरह में पढ़ेंगे तो he loosely refers to this as a beat basically.
हाँ, beat.
हाँ.
Yes.
So वो ज़्यादातर वही एरियाज़ में मूव करते हैं, वही पाथवेज, वही रिवर्स, नालेज, वही यूज़ करते हैं. सो दैट इज़ वाई द ड्राइवर एंड गाइड का नॉलेज इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज उनको पता रहता है कि ठीक है, टाइगर जब यूजुअली पानी पीता है वो यहाँ पे जाके पीता है. टाइगर जब इस तरफ से अगर अलार्म कॉल आ रही है, वो अगर क्रॉस करेगा तो यूजुअली ये वाले पगडंडी को यूज़ करके क्रॉस करेगा बेसिकली, या ये फायर लाइन को यूज़ करके क्रॉस करेगा. So that knowledge is extremely important in you anticipating the tiger's movement. तो वो भी एक other important factor हो गया. So the local drivers and guides knowledge is also very very valuable. And ultimately I also think sometimes decisions, that means आपको कभी कभी sighting के मामले में crucial decisions लेने पड़ते हैं. कि for example हमें ये area explore करनी है, या हमें लग रहा है कि most likely वो उधर ही आएगा, and you have to take a position. Now you can take that position based on the anticipated movement of the animal, which the animal may do, which it may not do. It may just use another direction for whatever reason basically. तो ये जो decisions हैं, they also play a small role in kind of determining कि आप वहाँ पे होने वाले हो जब animal दिखने वाला है. The golden rule of any tiger sighting is right place and right time. आप सही जगह पे हो सकते हो, बट आप रुके हो 1 घंटा 2 घंटा, मूवमेंट नहीं हुआ, आप फिर वहाँ से निकल गया हो सकता है 2 घंटे 5 मिनट के बाद वो टाइगर वहाँ पे आया हो. सो यू मैनेज टू कम टू द राइट प्लेस, बट आपकी टाइमिंग अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैच नहीं हुई. सो दोज सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग्स आई थिंक are crucial to leading to a sighting.
It's both the mix of experience plus luck.
Absolutely, both are factors involved.
Got it. मैं जब जिम कॉर्बेट साहब की किताबें पढ़ता हूँ तो उसमें आई डोंट रिमेंबर सर कि कौन सी स्टोरी है, बट शायद ये चंपावत की है, मैन ईटर्स ऑफ चंपावत.
That's the very first man eater he talks about.
जिसमें उन्होंने बीट ऑर्गेनाइज करी थी विद द विलेजर्स.
राइट.
Is that the same one?
No, this is different. This is different हो गया. The beat that he organized was with the help of villagers in order to drive the tiger to one particular area.
Right.
तो जो जिम कॉर्बेट की बुक्स में आप जिस बीट की बात कर रहे हो, उसमें what he is talking about is that he used to, वो villagers को इकट्ठा करते थे, ड्रम्स, पैन्स वगैरह, प्लेट्स वगैरह, वो आवाज़ करते हुए वो villagers used to come in one line and kind of try and herd the tiger towards a specific area. So for example, he would be sitting on top of a machan and वो लोग ये beat करते थे ताकि tiger उस तरफ आए, and so that he could shoot the animal. सो वो अलग हो गया. दिस वॉज अ टैक्टिक दैट वॉज यूज फॉर हंटिंग प्राइमरीली ड्यूरिंग द ब्रिटिश टाइम्स एंड इवन पोस्ट जस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस. ये सब टैक्टिक्स यूज करे जाते थे इन ऑर्डर टू फ्लश टाइगर्स, इवन फॉर अदर वाइल्ड लाइफ फॉर दैट मैटर, नॉट जस्ट टाइगर्स. जब महाराजा वगैरह हंट पे निकलते थे, दीज टेक्निक्स वर यूज्ड अ बीट. तो बहुत सारे लोग आवाज़ करते हुए दे यूज टू हर्ट द एनिमल्स टूवर्ड्स वेयर द महाराजा वुड बी सिटिंग फॉर एग्जाम्पल. So like that.
So that is another beat that
yeah.
जो हम वैसे देखेंगे वाइल्ड लाइफ वाले में, तो बीट इज बेसिकली जो ट्रेल्स टाइगर्स या एनिमल्स फॉलो करते हैं.
What they'll prefer to use the same pathways and the same trails within their specific territory that they prefer to use. So that loosely is also sometimes referred to as a beat.
Got it. And मेरे दो सवाल है सर. पहला ये कि यू मेंशन कि फॉर अ स्पैन ऑफ 9 years यू कुड नॉट सी अ टाइगर. अगर मैं उस सेम सिनेरियो को आज की डेट में रखूं या मैं अपने पर्सनल उसकी बात करूं, तो अगर आई एम नॉट सीइंग अ टाइगर, अगर मैं 1 साल भी सफारी कर रहा हूँ मैं नहीं देख पा रहा हूँ, तो सम वॉट मेरा बिलीफ वुड नॉट सस्टेन.
Sure.
सो माई फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि वॉट केप्ट यू गोइंग एंड थ्रू दैट पीरियड क्या क्या एक्सपीरियंस करा? बिकॉज आई थिंक यू हैव एक्सपीरियंस मोर. आज की डेट में जंगल मीन्स टाइगर, इंडियन वाइल्ड लाइफ मीन्स टाइगर, विच इज़ फेयरली गुड. अच्छी बात है क्योंकि वर्ल्ड की ज़्यादातर पॉपुलेशन टाइगर्स की इंडिया के पास ही है. बट यू सॉ अ डिफरेंट जंगल विच विदाउट अ टाइगर. वॉट ऑल इंटरेस्टिंग एनिमल्स यू सॉ एंड गेन नॉलेज अबाउट? नमस्ते दोस्तों, रुकावट के लिए खेद है, बट आई थिंक एक छोटा सा परिचय तो बनता है कि वॉट इलाही ट्रैवल्स इज़. सो बेसिकली इलाही ट्रैवल एक सस्टेनेबल ट्रैवल कम्युनिटी है जो अपने ट्रैवलर्स के लिए ट्रिप प्लान करती है, चाहे वो सोलो ट्रैवलर्स हों, ग्रुप में आ रहे हों, फैमिली हो या कॉर्पोरेट्स हों. इसी के साथ साथ हम हमारे ट्रैवलर्स के लिए जब उनकी ट्रिप कंप्लीट हो जाती है तो एक प्लांट लगाते हैं, सो दैट जो उनका कार्बन फुटप्रिंट है वो बैलेंस हो सके या मिनिमाइज हो सके. एंड वी हैव होस्टेड अबाउट 5,000+ ट्रैवलर्स इन मोर देन 400+ ट्रिप्स. सो इफ़ यू वांट टू बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ इलाही ट्रैवल्स, आप हमें फॉलो कर सकते हैं हमारे इंस्टाग्राम पेज पे, या फिर ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं हमारी यूट्यूब की कम्युनिटी बाय सब्सक्राइबिंग द चैनल एंड बीइंग अ लिसनर टू आवर पॉडकास्ट.
Right. So I'm trying to recall back to the time when, in these 9 years when I was going on safari, as to what kept me going back. See, ultimately it was always wonderful to be going to a place where tigers are there. Just आप उस atmosphere में हो ना, आप जानते हो यहाँ tiger है, there's this amazing predator that is there. That itself is a big thrill.
Yes.
Um,
एक सेंस ऑफ एडवेंचर आता है.
हाँ, 100%. And but apart from that, I think the reason I was always very fascinated with going into the jungle was, and I think if you have to come down to it, apart from the tiger, I think the main appeal of going to a jungle is this: आपको खुद नहीं पता आप क्या देखने वाले हो. You every time you go, even to the same place, to the same area, the jungle is different. आपको कुछ अलग देखने को मिल जाएगा वहाँ पे. And I think in terms of my memories, when I was going to some of these places on safari, where I went to the southern jungles, Kabini, I had an opportunity to go to Nepal also in Chitwan. So of course I saw amazing animals. I saw elephants, I saw rhinos. All of these amazing animals को देखना तो obviously बहुत amazing है. But I think the appeal was, जब मैं जा रहा था, was that I was turn होता था, कुछ अलग दिख जाता था, कुछ नया समझने को आ जाता था. So there was a newness every time. There was, every time I used to go, there was something new to see, new to observe, new to learn. And I think apart from that as well, again, this is something people might experience if they keep doing safaris, is the feel of being in an open jeep within the jungle, within nature, where just हवा चल रही है, ताज़ी हवा चल रही है, and sunlight is filtering through the trees. I think it's indescribable. There's something very deep that connects you when you're actually on safari, and there's just this very stilling sense, very calm. You feel like just serene at that point of time. There's all the worries of the world have been forgotten. Your phone networks are gone. All of that is gone. So you're very far away from your usual hustle bustle in the cities. So I think apart from that also it's amazing. But I think another thing will be that only जो आपको मैंने बताया कि ultimately there's an element of gamification that is also there with safaris. It's a video game at the end of the day. You're entering a world and आपको नहीं पता है इस गेम में आपके साथ क्या होने वाला है. So I think that all of this combined together make like a lethal package, which is like very strong on your senses basically. So yeah.
ओके एंड माय सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज कि ऐसा कहा जाता है कि अगर कोई इंसान 100 बार जंगल जा रहा है तो 99 टाइम्स बार शेर ने आपको देखा है
जी.
और सिर्फ एक बार आपने शेर को
जी,
देखा है.
जी,
इज दैट
बिल्कुल.
ट्रू डू थिंक?
आई एम वो जो एग्जैक्ट नंबर्स हैं तो
हाँ,
ऑब्वियसली
मतलब it's a
बट
metaphor,
यस
हाँ.
या इट्स अ इंटरेस्टिंग वे ऑफ सेइंग इट. यस, आई certainly believe that the tiger has seen us far more times than we have seen the tiger, and that's simply because हमारी vision is in terms of course हमारी vision और tiger की vision में काफ़ी differences होते हैं, but the thing we have to keep in mind is that our vision is not, for a lot of us people who are living in the city, our vision is not acclimated to being in the jungle. And it's very difficult for us to pick out animals or birds from the jungle. I'll give you an example. Typically जब कोई first time visitor आता है जंगल में, what they will experience over time when they go on safaris over many years is they tend to get better in terms of seeing birds or animals. So what happens is you're gradually, slowly and steadily acclimating to being in the jungle and are able to identify and see things properly. When you first go in, आपको वो चीज़ें दिखेंगी नहीं. You'll think it's part of the background. Jungle, leaves, branches, grass. आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा that there is an animal or a bird within it basically. Now tigers have been born and brought up in that point of in that environment. In order to survive, they have to be very very sharp on their senses, very alert. Not only for prey, that means उनको जो food खाना है, but even from danger. So because of that, their senses are attuned to a level we can't even fathom.
Right.
They will sense us coming from miles away basically. Versus अभी आप हम बोलते हैं जंगल में हम जब जाते हैं जीप पे जा रहे हैं, you are only seeing a tiger because the tiger wants to be seen. नहीं तो the tiger has easily sensed our presence coming from a kilometer away with a jeep coming in. It's fairly noisy. आपको आवाज़ तो उसकी सुनाई देगी. So if the tiger wants to avoid us, it can. There's nothing stopping the tiger from doing that. The only reason the tiger is visible to us is because it doesn't mind being seen at that point of time. It is fine with going about its natural behavior even if we are around. That is why हमारी chance बनती है to see a tiger in a jungle. Otherwise, if a tiger really wants to avoid us, it will avoid us very easily. And it's also there in many of Jim Corbett's stories in Man-Eaters of Kumaun. You will be stunned at the sheer intelligence that animal displays in avoiding people and avoiding the hunter. Literally where, for example, Corbett would have been going on a track and he would have circled back, उनको कुछ sign नहीं मिला, and suddenly he would see that there are tracks where he was walking. So ये तो मेरे सामने हुआ है.
Okay.
In Corbett, where we went out into an evening safari round and it was literally like Jim Corbett's stories coming alive. हम लोग एक एरिया थी झरना करके वहाँ पे है, हम लोग इवनिंग सफारी में वहाँ पे गए थे. वी हैड लेफ्ट फ्रॉम द फॉरेस्ट रेस्ट हाउस. हम लोग दोपहर का टाइम था, गर्मी थी. हम लोग गए, वी रीच टू अ स्पॉट जहाँ पे हमें जंगल फाउल की अलार्म कॉल बुशेस के अंदर से सुनाई दे रही थी, बट कुछ हुआ नहीं. दैन वी रिटर्न. सो दिस वुड हैव बिन लाइक वी वुड हैव पास बाय वन स्पॉट वेयर देयर वर 2 bushes 10 minutes पहले. 10 minutes पहले हम लोग अंदर गए and then we came back the way because कुछ था हो नहीं रहा था वहाँ पे. And I was stunned that right over our jeep tracks there were tiger pug marks. So this tiger knew that we were there. We had no bhanak about it. हम लोग को कुछ आइडिया नहीं थी वो वहाँ पे था, but he had crossed from one side of the road to the other.
आप लोग के जाने के बाद?
हाँ, हमारे जाने के बाद हम लोग गए अंदर, वहाँ पे अंदर रुके थोड़ी देर, तब तक टाइगर बाहर. आई मीन इफ यू हैव टू टाइम एंड स्पेस, इफ यू हैव टू सी, वी हैव ड्रिवन गॉन टू द एंड ऑफ दिस रोड. एज वी हैव ड्रिवन, वी हैव गॉन समवेयर हियर, द टाइगर हैज कम आउट, क्रॉस द रोड एंड सैट ऑन दिस साइड बेसिकली. एंड इनएविटेबली हम लोग ने भी, व्हेन वी रियलाइज दैट द टाइगर वाज सो क्लोज, व्हाट वी डिड वाज हम लोग वहीं पे रुक गए एंड वेरी स्लोली वी वर जस्ट, हम लोग हल्का जीप सामने जा रहे थे एंड आई वॉज सिटिंग बिलो द सीट टू सी अंडर द बुशेस. बिकॉज मेरे को पता था टाइगर दूर नहीं है, वो अभी गया है यहाँ पर. एंड श्योर इनफ द टाइगर वॉज सिटिंग इनसाइड द बुश एंड इट वॉज वॉचिंग अस. वो हमें देख रहा था. नाउ if those pug marks were not there, we would have had no idea that there was a tiger there.
Definitely.
And just to I mean this was literally जो stories हमने सुनी हैं कि टाइगर को पता है, he knows and has seen us, and we have had no idea that it's actually so close. So yeah, I mean, they can certainly hide, and they are only going to be visible if they allow us, to actually see them. So definitely, वो story to an extent is true. I'm sure for every 100 times, once we see a tiger, it's surely seen as 100 times.
You mentioned कि टाइगर को डेंजर होता है तो ही हैज़ टू बी और शी हैज़ टू बी अवेयर अबाउट हिज सराउंडिंग्स. टाइगर को क्या डेंजर हो सकता है इंसान के अलावा?
So tigers को सबसे बड़ा danger in a natural jungle setup largely is from other tigers. So if we are talking about cubs, if we are talking about other male tigers, generally उनको दूसरे male tigers से सबसे ज़्यादा डर sort of danger रहेगा. Because any given territory, a male tiger's territory will have 2 to 3 females within that territory, and should another male also come into that territory, challenge the existing male and defeat him and chase him away, then the very first thing he might try and do is kill the cubs of the existing male, because he wants his own progeny to kind of go ahead. So, and the interesting part is nature ki biology also is kind of constructed in such a way that should the tiger be successful in killing the cubs, the female comes into estrus, she comes into heat. Shortly after that, and then she mates with that particular male, and then maybe she'll have his cubs basically. So सबसे बड़ा danger to tiger is other male tigers basically. Other male tiger may also kill them, for example, for territory. Similarly with female tigers also, female tigers have their own territory, so even they may fight. So largely अगर आप बोलेंगे सबसे बड़ा danger tiger के लिए रहता है is usually other tigers. But apart from that, the other reasons for tiger mortality in the wild naturally occurring, starvation is also a big part of it. Remember, tiger को actually successfully hunt करना काफ़ी मुश्किल रहता है, because it's a solitary hunter. Maybe 1 in 15 or 20 attempts might be successful. That is why when a lot of people say, अरे tiger तो या lion बहुत lazy animal रहता है, it's not true actually. What it's simply doing is it's conserving its energy. It's that energy. All the management that these wild animals do, including tigers and leopards, is about energy management. उनको जो भी एनर्जी मिलती है वो कंजर्व करके रखने पड़ती है एज एंड व्हेन इट इज़ supposed to be utilized. So if it's going to take 15 to 20 attempts in order to successfully bring out a deer, it's going to require a massive amount of total energy. So it has to be conserving the energy in the other resting period of it basically. So starvation can be a big problem, because ऐसा हो सकता है that the tiger may not successfully be able to hunt. उसकी opportunity miss हो रही हो, उसको injury हो गई हो, उसको sickness हो गई हो, उसकी age हो गई हो. There could be various factors due to which it's not been able to hunt successfully. If a tiger is not able to hunt successfully in the wild, it's doomed. क्या करेगा फिर? It has to get food. Max to max उसके पास कुछ opportunity scavenging के हो सकते हैं. So, but scavenging opportunities in the jungle also are comparatively less. इतने नहीं रहते हैं. They have to search long distances to get food sources like that. That is why many times the tigers will often try and get prey which is easy also. So, for example, towards the edge of the jungles, etc., they may feed on cattle, etc., as well. So, ultimately, what it's trying to do is survive and improve its chances of survival. But starvation is an ever-present threat for the tiger as well. And of course, there are plenty of accidents that are possible in the jungle. The tiger may lose its footing, it may injure its foot, it may lose its balance, it may fall. Snake bite is also an ever-present danger for a tiger as well. So, काफ़ी dangers होते हैं tiger के in the jungle. And of course, there are jungles in which there are other large animals, like for example, rhinos and elephants and gaur. And Asiatic water buffalo. These are very large herbivores that are very much capable of killing tigers as well in defense. So that's another danger, that कभी-कभी जब tiger इन animals को hunt करने को try कर रहा हो, it might lose its life even during that. If it gets hit badly by a gaur is one of its main prey base items in many of the Indian jungles. But a gaur is fully capable of inflicting a very serious injury or even killing a tiger.
गौर क्या होता है?
गौर इज, हम लूजली इसको इंडियन बाइसन बोलते हैं.
ओके.
इट्स द वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट वाइल्ड बोवाइन. तो द मेल कैन वे अप टू 1.5 tons or so. Very powerful, like it's very muscularly built, and it's got very large horns. So at that point of time, अगर वो गलत conflict में पड़ गया, those horns can actually pretty much cause a serious injury. I remember seeing an injury that was caused by a gore to a tiger in Bandipur. And it was crazy. वो जो horn था, it has gone clean through the stomach for the tiger. And it मतलब पूरा एक बड़ा gaping hole हो गया था उसका from one side of the stomach to the other basically. So to recover from an injury like that in the wild by itself would have been very very
Definitely
difficult. The forest department of course वो एक ख्याल रखती है इस एनिमल का because it's a national emblem and because it is a conservation icon. The forest department does try and treat some of these animals when it can. But often in the wild if there's like for example कभी कभी टाइगर ऐसे जगह चले जाता है जहाँ forest department भी इसको reach नहीं कर सकती है. So if it gets that sort of a bad injury then it can succumb to that injury also.
How do the forest department keep a count of the tigers?
Right. So basically what happens is every 4 years we have an exercise that takes place जो हमारी National Tiger Conservation Authority करती है. It's under the aegis of that NTCA where estimation is done across our landscape basically. So this is the estimation exercise that we have for the tigers every 4 years. Even now वो exercise की data collection चालू रहती है. But at that point of time it's intensive where teams of scientists, volunteers, forest department members go out and collect a lot of data. So initially many years ago before the 2000s we used to largely rely on a method that you might have heard of which was pugmark sampling basically कि उसके casts बनते थे and based on the pugmark casts you used to try and count individual tigers. But inevitably it became very very difficult to get accurate numbers like that and it was not very scientifically validated.
And efficient also.
And inefficient also. So what we have now is a comprehensive census estimation exercise. तो इसमें 2-3 methods involved होते हैं in terms of data collection. One is a line transect. That means you have teams of volunteers and forest department members walking in a straight line. They make a note of the herbivores they see on their left, the herbivores they see on their right, any tiger signs etc. तो ये सारी data collect होती है. That is one part of the method. The second part of the method is that grids बनाए जाते हैं जहाँ पे and especially areas where there is high tiger movement in terms of like water sources या crossing areas etc. and maybe on the base of trees etc. they might try up camera traps. So and there's an infrared laser. Anytime an animal walks across that particular camera, a photo is taken of that particular animal. Gradually all of this data is collected. All of this data is then fed into a statistical model. Now, the key thing to remember is that ये एक estimate है. That means there is no way we can count all of the individual tigers in India. वो हो नहीं सकता है. So we can only estimate it. तो जो data हमें मिलती है कि इसकी habitat की health कैसी है, herbivores यहाँ कितने हैं, पानी यहाँ कितना है, कैमरा ट्रैप्स में जो सिमिलर एरिया में टाइगर्स फोटोग्राफ हुए हैं, बेस्ड ऑन दैट द स्टैटिस्टिकल मॉडल देन एक्चुअली प्रोवाइड्स एन आउटपुट of what a mean etc. would be in that particular area. That is how the numbers of tigers are estimated and at least this one is scientifically validated. It is a range. जब हम नंबर सुनते हैं 2022 में 3680 tigers, this is more of an estimate. It is not an exact number. It is a range. तो थोड़े कम भी हो सकते हैं, थोड़े ज़्यादा भी हो सकते हैं, बट अल्टीमेटली दैट नंबर हैज़ साइंटिफिक वैलिडिटी बेसिकली. तो दैट इज़ हाउ इट इज़ डन every 4 years, more or less on a continuous basis. Forest department keeps taking in all of the data because forest department members वहाँ पे पेट्रोलिंग करते रहते हैं. They also keep log of different data that comes in and all of that data is fed. जितनी data rich होगी उतना better chances of having a more closer or a valid number. So that data continues to be collected even now.
शशांक सर, जैसे मेरे को याद है जब भी मैं मैन ईटर्स ऑफ कुमाऊं पढ़ रहा था
जी.
तो उसमें ये बताया गया था कि इसने इतने टाइगर्स मारे, इस टाइगर ने इतने लोग मारे, पर उसमें क्या बताते हैं वो कि गवर्नमेंट का डेटा है तो इट कुड बी रॉन्ग ऑल्सो, राइट समटाइम्स. डू यू थिंक कि यहाँ पे भी वो चीज़ होती होगी?
अगर हम मैनीटर्स ऑफ कुमाऊन में जो बात करेंगे जिन नंबर्स में, फॉर एग्जांपल आई बिलीव द चंपावत मैनीटर वाज सपोज्ड टू हैव किल्ड 400+ people. Now to be honest, I would say that it was a very very different time. How did we get those numbers of 400+ is anybody's guess. हमें नहीं पता वो numbers कहाँ से आए.
कभी कैलकुलेट नहीं हुए वो, राइट?
हाँ, we don't know what the basis of the calculation is. हमें नहीं पता है वो. Now we know what the basis of the calculation is, right? हमें पता है कि टाइगर नंबर्स कैसे एस्टिमेट हो रहे हैं, उन खुद बता रहे हैं that this is the method that is used. So now we know how the numbers are estimated. we do not have any idea how those number of people were assigned to a specific tiger. Now if I recall correctly, Champawat maneater ka jo movement tha, it was through Nepal and going into Kumaon and India basically. So it was supposed to have killed that many people all along that route.
Right.
So now how did we actually manage to get so many deaths assigned to a specific individual tiger when there could have been so many tigers in that area is something which I will not know. हमें तो नहीं पता होगा क्या, क्यों और कैसे उन्होंने करा होगा वो.
और उस टाइम पे डेटा भी कैसे कलेक्ट हुआ होगा इतने पूरे बड़े रूट का जो उसने लिया है.
करेक्ट, देयर इज नो वे फॉर अस टू नो. आई एम श्योर कुछ ना कुछ बेसिस तो यूज हुआ होगा. मे बी दे वर फाइंडिंग पीपल किल्ड बाय टाइगर्स एंड मे बी दे वर असाइनिंग ऑल ऑफ द किल्स टू दैट स्पेसिफिक टाइगर. कुड बी दैट. Or maybe there was some other method that the provinces जो different British officers रख रहे थे, they were keeping it in some separate track. No idea. But the only thing हमें जिम कॉर्बेट की बुक में बताए कि इतने numbers को मारा गया है. That's all we know in Man-Eaters of Kumaon. That's what Jim Corbett has mentioned and what he has told us. So at the end of the day, we try and take it on face value. But again, अगर हम आज के ज़माने से इसको कंपेयर करेंगे, it would also not be a fair comparison.
Right.
The reason why it's not a fair comparison is एक तो the scientific tools that are available to us was obviously not available back then, but more importantly, it was a very different landscape and a habitat mix and a wildlife density that used to occur at that point of time and what occurs now. It's thought, sometimes it's said that at the turn of the century, at around 1900, the numbers sounds fantastical, but some people say that it might have been, the numbers could have been 100,000 tigers that we could have had in India. And then you start seeing about certain figures where 1,000 tigers was killed by one king, or a Britisher had gone and he killed maybe 20-25 tigers in one hunt. And suddenly those figures almost sound believable कि एक person ने अगर 1000 टाइगर को मारा है, then how many tigers did we actually have?
Right.
And here's the interesting part. The official figure from what we know, just around the time Project Tiger got started, India's numbers of tigers went as low as maybe around 1,600 to 1,700 tigers. This is pretty much, I believe, the lowest that they ever went. And what did I just tell you? That there was one Maharaja who killed 1,000 tigers. Can you imagine? It's almost like the equivalent जो remaining population थी tigers की, वो एक राजा ने मारा था. So it's possible that we may have had that many tigers as well. So उस ज़माने से अभी कंपेयर करना कि तभी कितने टाइगर्स थे, बिकॉज ऐसा भी हो सकता था दैट हम विलेजेस में जब वहाँ पे रह रहे थे, देयर वर वेरी रियल कंसर्न्स ऑफ सर्वाइवेबिलिटी ऑफ पीपल ऑल्सो. For example, I believe that attacks may have been far more frequent at that point of time compared to what we see today. Simply because the entire the habitat mix and dynamic has changed. Now it's a lot more people, a lot less wildlife. At that point of time, there was a lot more wildlife as well. So, आज के ज़माने से तब का equate करना also is going to be very, very difficult for us when we are standing here today.
Damn. Okay. Do you think जो population कम हुई tigers की, what was the main reason? Was it hunting or was it the game that the Britishers used to organize?
So, I mean, if you're talking about that time, your 1900s, definitely at that point of time, sport hunting or trophy hunting was a big part of what led to...
इसको game कहते थे ना ये लोग?
Game,
मतलब
yeah.
hunt ही था, उसको game बोला
correct,
करता था.
correct. It's often referred to as game. So, जो हम लोग trophy hunting बोलेंगे, sport hunting बोलेंगे. So at that point of time, this was very much prevalent, of course, and definitely, I believe, a major factor as to why tiger numbers reduced over time. But I would also think that going forward, post-independence also, the habitat destruction was also a big part of why we started losing out number of tigers, because tigers need large areas of food, water, shade, etc. in order to survive. They are not very well adapted to, say, living around cities. Leopards are more so, but tigers definitely need a good amount of prey base, shade, water. उनको territory चाहिए होती है, good size. So because of that, we lost a huge proportion of our sort of forest area during this entire time post-independence as well. So I believe habitat destruction was also a major factor that led to tiger numbers going down over the next few years.
You mentioned कि जब आप ये बता रहे थे कि टाइगर्स को बाकी टाइगर से खतरा होता है, यू मेंशन कि उनका विजन डिफरेंट होता है, राइट? दिन में और रात में, व्हाट्स द डिफरेंस?
So tigers have much like other cats, they are sort of light collection ability is much higher than ours. That means जब light कम होती है, dark होता है, they are able to see much better and brighter than us. They don't see the same colors that we do,
Okay.
but they are able to see more clearly. Especially in situations of low light. जो rods होते हैं, जो capacity होती है उनकी light collect करने के लिए. Think about how we use cameras, for example.
Right.
ठीक है, एक लो लाइट गैदरिंग एबिलिटी रहती है कैमरा की, जो उसका सेंसर रहता है बेसिकली. सिमिलरली टाइगर्स की आईज ऑल्सो आर एबल टू अडेप्ट टू वेरी लो लाइट एनवायरनमेंट्स, जहाँ पे लाइट बहुत कम है. इवन देयर द टाइगर कैन सी वे बेटर देन अस. इट्स थॉट टू बी 6 times बेटर टू अस. So unka way of seeing in those low light areas is we can't even come close to it, which is why we will not have any idea that a tiger is close by, and the tiger can see very clearly, which is why also they hunt at night also quite a bit of the time as well. So unki vision in terms of light gathering ability is something very very different. Now the other things jo unki rehti hai in terms of how they are perceiving the situation in terms of hunting, that means distances को estimate करना कि वो कितना distance होगा prey पर etc. This also we believe they are extremely good at. And हमारी vision basically is a little bit different. It's supposed to be providing a lot more data in terms of the colors of the environment, whatever is near us basically. अगर हम I think what we have to look at is how we have evolved as as
Humans,
species.
yeah.
We at some point of time we were always social species. We used to be perhaps living in grassland areas initially. We used to hunt together in order to bring down animals basically. But a tiger is a solitary species. Even then it was a predator. Even then it had to do everything by itself, and that is why the sort of vision that it has needed, the sort of skills in terms, not skills rather, but the I would say physical capabilities is something very different from what we have needed. We have relied more and more on our brain, versus the tiger is still relying on raw senses. It's hearing, its sight. These we believe are very very strong for tigers. Hearing and sight is extremely strong for tigers. Smell we know plays a part, but we don't know to what extent.
Okay.
So in terms of does it use it so much for hunting, not very well established. We know that the tiger knows the direction in which the wind is flowing. The reason is because of the tiger will be making absolutely sure it is not going to be sitting or crouched in a direction from where the wind will flow from the tiger to the deer.
Got it.
उनको उस चीज़ का तो definitely presence है, and you see that replicated whenever you're seeing a tiger hunting. It's always going to be staying in the opposite direction. तो उनको ये भी चीज़ का पता है कि हवा मेरी सेंट लेके जाके प्रे एनिमल को जा सकती है, बिकॉज प्रे एनिमल्स हैव अ वेरी गुड सेंस ऑफ स्मेल. लाइक डियर फॉर एग्जांपल, दे हैव अ वेरी गुड सेंस ऑफ स्मेल. सो उनको उस चीज़ का भी एहसास है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट देन स्मेल वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट वो अपने आप के कम्युनिकेशन के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. सो मैनी टाइम्स यू माइट हैव सीन टाइगर्स स्प्रेइंग यूरिन ऑन द ट्रीज. दिस इज हाउ दे मार्क देयर टेरिटरी.
Scent marking कहते हैं
हाँ,
उसको.
एब्सोल्युटली. तो वी बिलीव दैट व्हेन टाइगर्स कम समटाइम्स नियर द ट्री, यू विल सी देम स्निफिंग, and also they do a specific action something like this. Basically this is known as the Flehmen response. Just below their nostril they have an organ called the Jacobson's organ.
Okay.
That Jacobson's organ is possibly able to interpret chemical information in the urine, and it may indicate that this particular male or a female, whether she is in breeding status or not, whether she has cubs or not. We believe that this particular Jacobson's organ may be able to convey this information chemically through urine scent marks basically. So scent ka bhi kuch na kuch role hai, definitely, but it's something that we need to understand even further. So when people say that tigers, some people might say tigers don't have a very good sense of smell. I don't think so. We know that enough about it as to how it's using those senses. I think the way they use their senses is different in a way that how we use them. So I think tiger sense of smell is also something that we don't know very very well. Sense of touch also is something we don't know very well.
Sense of touch.
Touch.
Okay.
Tigers whiskers are also supposed to be very very sensitive. Tactile थोड़े रहते हैं. They also indicate some sort of
Whiskers क्या होते हैं? Sorry.
whiskers. Tigers
अच्छा,
के,
okay,
हाँ,
okay,
हाँ,
okay,
tigers
got it,
के जो
got it.
whiskers रहते हैं, we believe they also play a role.
Okay.
Now what role that plays in terms of perhaps wind direction, for example. It's able to make it's able to sense very minute changes in the wind, etc. So these are just some suppositions that we have about tiger.
But we don't know exactly about
We don't
it.
know exactly.
Okay.
We don't know exactly. So senses जो हम perceive करते हैं, जो हम अपने तरीके से use करते हैं, it may be somewhat different how tigers use those particular same senses basically.
Have you seen, since you have taken a lot of safaris, कोई ऐसा पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंट रहा है जहाँ पे आपको ये देखने को मिला हो कि ये एक जनरल बिहेवियर है एक टाइगर का, बट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर इंसिडेंट वो डिफरेंट था, मतलब उसका बिहेवियर डिफरेंट था? जैसे आई सॉ दिस थिंग जहाँ पे एक मेल टाइगर दो कब्स के साथ में, लिटर्स के साथ में देखा गया था, जबकि वो उसके थे भी नहीं, एंड ही वाज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ दोस कब्स.
Right. So yes, this is something we continuously learn, right, about tigers. Abhi recently ही हुआ है. In fact, there was a very interesting incident that it's not something I've personally observed, but it was documented and seen by people. There was a tigress in Panna who had 3 cubs, and वो sighting काफ़ी अच्छे दे रहे थे, so they were being seen regularly. Suddenly, one of the cubs went missing. So everybody thought क्या हो गया? Maybe that cub got caught by another tiger, or you know, उसको कुछ हो गया है. Only later you realize that cub was moving with the father, not with the mother. वो father के साथ चला गया था. Similarly in Tadoba it's also been seen that there was a cub जो एक tigers का था, छोटी तारा. Then that cub went to another tiger. You can say family relation था उनका, and that cub stayed with another tigress. तो लिटरली वो बोलते थे कि रिलेशन मामा भांजे का था, बट इट वॉज नॉट स्टेइंग विद इट्स ओन मदर, इट वॉज स्टेइंग विद द अदर कप्स फैमिली बेसिकली. सो टाइगर सोशल डायनामिक्स इज समथिंग विच कंटिन्यूसली चेंजेस फॉर अस एज वी गो अलॉन्ग. हम पहले सोचते थे, आई मीन द वेरी फर्स्ट when I started getting interested in the field of wildlife, the very first thing that used to be said at that point of time was male tiger will never interact with the mother or the cubs. If the male tiger finds the mother and the cubs, he will kill the cubs, even if it's his own cubs. So that used to be the belief at that point of time. Similarly, अगर आप books first few field guides पढ़ेंगे, उसमें लिखा गया है कि the first few field guides में लिखा हुआ था that the tiger is nocturnal. It's only active at night. उसके बाद वाले गाइड बुक्स जो कुछ साल लेटर आए हैं द टाइगर इज क्रिपस्क्युलर. दैट मीन्स क्रिपस्क्युलर इज एक्टिव एट dawn and dusk. Okay. Few years later, again the new field guides that came, tigers are diurnal. Diurnal are all day animals. That means they remain active throughout the day.
Oh wow.
So you can see within every few years our understanding of tiger behavior is continuously changing based on what we are observing. Now why was initially tigers regarded as nocturnal? Because when numbers plummeted in tigers in India, at that point of time there were a lot of threats for tigers in terms of habitat loss हो गया था, hunting हो रही थी, protection नहीं था. So because of that, tigers always used to have to be very very careful around human presence. इसलिए वो दिखते ही नहीं थे. कभी sometime in the night somebody might have seen a tiger there. First few years बोलते थे 1990s around, people barely ever used to see tigers even though they were there. So gradually when we created these protected areas for them, national parks, tiger reserves, etc., and when tigers felt secure, they started reverting to their old behavior of being active during the day. Then you could see tigers like Genghis in Ranthambore who used to charge out into the lake trying to catch deer. So suddenly your understanding again got evolved as to how tigers are behaving. That means if tigers are protected and they have space, then they will be active during the day also. So
wow, this is interesting. मेरे को नहीं पता था, क्योंकि I had a podcast with युवराज जी एक गेस्ट आए थे हमारे, उन्होंने बोला था कि वो नॉक्टर्नल एनिमल होता है. बट ये सवाल, क्योंकि आई कीप ऑन वॉचिंग हिज व्लॉग्स एंड वी आर कनेक्टेड, सो कभी कभी सुबह भी मैं देखता हूँ कि वो हंट करता है, कभी कभी दोपहर में भी करता है. तो आई यूज्ड टू थिंक अबाउट दिस कि ऐसा क्यों होता है. ओके, दिस इज ग्रेट.
Also something else, हम सफारीज पे जब जाते हैं, a lot of the time we are told on safari that ज़्यादातर activity early morning में रहती है और evening में रहती है, which is true. It's a cooler time of the day, but actually if you think about it, the tiger moves when it has to. That means मैंने टाइगर्स को लिटरली एनी टाइम ऑफ द डे यू से डे लाइट के आज में मैंने उस टाइम में टाइगर को बीच रास्ते में चलते हुए देखा है. दोपहर का टाइम होगा, 10:30-11 बजे, तकती गर्मी रहेगी, 40-50 डिग्रीज रहेगा, बट टाइगर मिडल ऑफ द रोड पे चल रहा है. आई थिंक वी ऑल्सो हैव टू अलाइन आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट द टाइगर लिव्स इन एन अपॉर्चुनिस्टिक वर्ल्ड. जैसे ही उसको कुछ चीज़ की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है वो उस चीज़ को करेगा. इट विल नॉट फॉल इन टू अ टाइम ब्रैकेट के 6 से 8 के बीच में ही मैं चलूंगा या 4 से 6 के बीच में
शेड्यूल फॉलो नहीं करता.
वो कोई शेड्यूल फॉलो नहीं करता है, वो अपॉर्चुनिटी देखता है. अगर उसको पानी पीना है वो पानी पीने कभी भी चला जाएगा. उसको अगर हंटिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी दिखती है तो वो लेट मॉर्निंग में भी हंट कर लेगा. सो बिकॉज टाइगर्स के पास अपॉर्चुनिटी इन द वाइल्ड हर चीज़ की कम रहती है. जैसे ही उसको कुछ अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है इट हैज़ टू सीज इट. So it is about thinking about that animal in a dynamic world. That it's the environment that is also shaping the tiger's behavior. True. So based on that, our understanding of natural history and their behavior also evolves. We keep seeing it, और हमें फिर पता चलता है अच्छा ऐसा भी होता है basically. So yeah.